What's up, everybody? I'm Jason.
And I'm Mike.
And we're the guys from Beat Monday, and today we're here to talk to you about the gear we used for Beat Monday Episode 6, Whitney Low to High.
Holy shit, we are in the desert.
Riding in Death Valley.
Just getting up here in the Whitney amphitheater area. Another 3,300 feet of climbing before we're up on the summit.
One of the most important pieces of gear for a mission like the Low to High is obviously the bike. You know, we were on the bike for the vast majority of the weekend. We didn't have anything fancy, and you don't need anything fancy. We rented some bikes from the local bike shop. We didn't have the right gearing, but ultimately the most important thing with the bike is to make sure it fits you well and to just get one.
Just get one.
Just get one.
Start pedaling.
Just have one. Don't stress too much. You don't need a $10,000 machine. You don't need aero bars. You don't need all this gear. Just start pedaling, because at the end of the day, mile 50, you're not thinking about any of the gear you have. You're just suffering.
You know what you are thinking about at mile 50 is how your posterior is feeling. So my second piece of gear that I'd highly recommend if you were to take on this, especially with minimal training, is a good set of chamois. So bike shorts with some serious padding in there. 135 miles on a bike, biggest bike ride I've ever done, hands down. And I know come mile 50, actually come mile 10, I was pretty happy to have those chamois. Crucial.
Essential.
to
Even
this
with the chamois,
mission.
it was not a pretty sight down there. We started the bike portion in the middle of the night. I think we started around 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we did that intentionally so we could avoid the hottest part of the day when going through Death Valley. One of the pieces of gear that I was really happy that we kind of went overboard on was bike lights. We looked like Christmas trees out there. I had lights on my jersey, I had lights on the back, I had lights on the front. And really, it was not about being able to see where we were going, but just to make sure other folks could see us. I mean, we had, you know, beautiful starry sky. It was an incredible night. We could see no problem, but you know, we wanted to make sure that the guys who just lost it all in Vegas could see us as they were coming by.
No, Mike, I agree with you. Often people reach out to us and think some of the things we do off the beaten path in the mountains is the risky stuff. But for me, I mean, that bike ride is certainly one of the most dangerous parts of the outing. So bike lights, crucial.
Yeah, for sure.
And once we got to Whitney Portal, it was time to start moving uphill off the bikes. But we knew at some point we'd need traction before we got to the steeper part of the climb. So we actually opted to bring an additional set of micro spikes. And so the micro spikes are a little bit different than a traditional rigid crampon, but they allow your ankles to move a little bit more freely, all the while giving you the traction you need on some low angle snow and ice. And so for Mike and I, the kind of break you're gonna get from ankles and wearing a lighter set of shoes like trail runners, coupled with micro spikes, go a long way when you're doing a big mission like this.
Yeah, especially lower in the mountain when you're on the slabs, when you're heading up to Mountaineer's Gully. I mean, they're just covered with this like thin veneer of ice that doesn't really justify full crampons, but these things are really, really primo for that. So another piece of gear that both Jason and I had was some really lightweight ice axes. Ultimately, you know, we were climbing Mountaineer's Gully. Conditions were relatively straightforward, no major ice encountered, but it was just nice to have this for extra security. We had slightly different models, but basically the same deal. Lightweight ice axe. This is steel up here, so in case you actually needed to use it, you could. And just a really good piece of gear to have for mountaineering missions like this.
Last up, you know, Mike and I are always trying to shed ounces and go lighter. I was really happy to have this lightweight climbing helmet with us. It's good to have a brain bucket. Fortunately, we didn't put it to the test.
Yeah, indeed. You never know what you're going to get into when you're in the Alpine. We took the direct route off of Mountaineer's Gully instead of taking the more traditional trail. And there was some loose rocks in there. And as you'll see in the episode, you know, things happen. So it's definitely good to have that.
Whoa, rock! Jay, rock! Anything you'd bring to make our outing more successful or a little bit more seamless?
Yeah, so I would strongly recommend that if you're going to do this, you have an RV following you full of snacks.
Oh, yes.
That's
what we forgot.
Yeah.
We didn't mention that one, but if you watch the episode, we were supported. And I'll be honest with you, it went really well. Better than I could ever have imagined, but it didn't come without the help of our support crew.
Oh, definitely. I mean, to do this mission unsupported would mean you'd either have to stash a bunch of water or carry a bunch of water or carry a trailer of water. I mean, it would have
you
just
carry
been
all your mountaineering gear.
All your mountaineering gear. It would have been a beast. So we were very fortunate. We relied on the film crew for support throughout this whole mission. I think this is one of my favorite Beat Monday missions ever.
Hands down.
It was a super fun trip.
No question.
Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to episode 6, the final episode of season 2, the Whitney Low to High. That was definitely one of my favorite missions to date. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the gear or the logistics or any of the training or lack of training that went into that mission, feel free to reach out to Jason or I, and we hope you guys are enjoying the series.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time.